Today, we're going to go over the step-by-steps on how to complete a funding and financial request in order to receive money from the SGA to fund your student activities. The first thing we will do is find Pioneer Life. You do that by going to the William Patterson main page, highlighting over Campus Life, click on the Pioneer Life portal. You will be asked to log in with your WP Connect login information. That'll take you to Pioneer Life's main page. Once you find your organization, click on it. You will then see in the upper right hand a bar that says Manage Organization. Please click on that. It'll open up a new screen. You will see 3 bars to the top left corner of the page. Click on that. That will give you options to go to your financial request forms. Click on the button that says Finance. If you do not see this button, it is because you do not have the access rights you need and you must contact Campus Activities in order to get them. Once you get onto the finance page, you will see a blue button that says Create a Funding Request. Click on that button. Funding request forms must be completed prior to going to any allocations meeting or getting an event approved. Most of your event information has already been entered into an event form, so we do not need you to repeat all of the information from your event in the finance form. However, we will need to have some information added to it. For instance, the subject will be the title of your event. The request amount will be the total amount of money that you're requesting from all vendors. So you will add up your catering, your DJ, and any other financial requirements you will have. The total of that is what you will put in the requested amount. In the description, you could provide a brief description of the event and what will be taking place. This will be important for the allocations meeting. Then you will select an account. You'll have 2 options. The first option will be to select from the club account. The club account is a large pool of money set aside for student programming from the SGA. You must go to allocations in order to get that money allotted to you. The second is an OP account. OP money is money that your club has raised through fundraising activities and deposited with the SGA. While you will still need to fill out a financial form for OP money, you do not have to go to allocations. It is your money and will be processed within 2 weeks. Once you select your account, you must select a category. In most cases, the category will be an expense. This is money that you will be spending in order to bring activities to campus. Under additional information, you must click I understand that I should have all event financial data in front of me prior to completing the request. We will need the date of the event, the student name and phone number that we should contact in order to get information if we have any questions. We will need a funding source. So again, where will you be getting the money? SGA Club, Club OP, or if you're a Greek organization, you may click Greek Senate. You must click a Campus Activities staff contact person. In most cases, it'll be the person who approved your room reservation. If that person is not available, you can click anyone on the list. Number 5 asks for other event information. Please describe the event in more detail. Since most of the information will be in the event form, you do not need to do this. If you are selling tickets for your event, 6 and 7 is where you will be listing ticket price information. Number 8 is where you'll enter any additional information regarding ticket policies and general information. And number 9 is the total number of comp tickets offered. The next 3 sections, M30, M40, and M50, are drop-down menus that identify vendors frequently used through the SGA and student activities. If your vendor that you are using is listed, you may click on that. For instance, Campus Activities is a common vendor that we use. You can click on that and enter the amount of the officers needed for your event. The amount for officers will be given to you by a Campus Activities staff member. The description will be security, and the method of payment in most cases will be by check. If you are using a website, that is where you'll indicate a credit card will be used. If your vendor is not listed as an option in M30, M40, or an M50, you must go down to M60 in order to fill out the vendor information. When you get to M60 and ask for vendor information, we will need the name and address. This field populates a check that gets sent right to the vendor. If it is a website, we just need the website address, the amount that is requested, a description of service, and the method of payment. There is also an option to upload files. You could do that by scanning your invoices and uploading them there, or you can bring them to Campus Activities when you meet with a Campus Activities staff member for approval. Working with a vendor that is providing a service to campus, such as a DJ, a novelty, things like that, you will be required to complete a PreContract. That is down at the bottom, the first one being question T2. You will need to give us the performer's real name, performer's email address, description of service, their actual start and end time, who the check should be made payable to, and any contact information for that agency. This will be fields populating a contract that we will send to the vendor before arriving to campus. This vendor will have to agree to the terms of the contract in order to arrive. If you do not fill a pre-contract out, we will not be able to contract with the vendor, so please make sure you do that. Any vendor that costs more than $600 will require multiple quotes to be gathered. We only need information entered for the people you are going to actually be hiring for the event. But it is important that you have the backup quotes at the time of the meeting so that we can provide that to the SGA financial officer. At the end of completing the form, you may press Submit. This will put your request in a queue. Your advisor will need to move this to Stage 2 before you set up a meeting with Campus Activities, Service, and Leadership. Once your advisor has moved it to Stage 2, you will meet with Campus Activities to move it to Stage 3. All financial requests must be approved the Wednesday prior to the Tuesday's allocation meeting that you plan to attend. Please make sure you adhere to the financial guidelines and the timelines associated with the costs. In most cases, events that are $1,000 or less must be approved 2 weeks out from the date of your event. If you do not make that timeline, you will not be able to move forward with your activity. So please make sure you are talking with Campus Activities staff member so that you do not miss the required due dates. Thank you.